Alright guys, December 2, just after 10 o'clock. Went and got myself some diesel. We were really low on the tractor, gotta fill that up. And what I started doing yesterday was digging this ditch from the well head that's gonna come over here to the house where the pipe is that I ran underneath. So that's the plan, that's what we're gonna work on. Alright, this is where basically the pipe comes from under the house that I put in a long time ago. And I dug this today, and some of it's deeper than other places, but you can't always tell for some reason when you're on the backhoe how deep you're going. But anyway, I can fill stuff in, put a pipe in, connect to this pipe down here, and we can backfill. And I think probably over time I will be buying fill dirt from time to time, and we can just do one load and just push it off on here too. So anyway, did that today. Tomorrow, very possibly, Roger hasn't been out here for a while, but he called me and said, let's hang the doors, the exterior doors, that one and this one. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that I still need to do in the house and just be easier to not have to deal with doors opening and closing. For instance, when I have to bring all the insulation in and hang it, and then drywall guys coming in. I don't know, but Roger said that it'll be a good idea to hang it, so you do what the boss says. Maybe we'll figure that why he said that later on or another time. I don't know. Anyway, so that's probably going to be the plan tomorrow. Valentina's off tomorrow as well. She may come out here, and we need to sand and paint this stuff. Maybe she'll work on that. I don't know. Or she'll help us with the doors because they're very heavy. Alright guys, I will see you the next time I'm out here. Alright guys, December 3. And a little after 9 o'clock in the morning, I was supposed to meet a guy who's delivering me some compost and mulch. So I just got this delivered. I am not feeling good about this because that's expensive. I thought I was going to get way more than this. This is supposed to be, I think, 7 bucket loads. And for some reason, I just thought it was going to be way more. This is going to be for 36 holes down here of trees. Now, I do have that peat moss. I have a lot of bags of peat moss that can compensate some. And we can put virgin soil back over the top of this. But in honesty, I feel like I got to buy another. This right here was $400 and something, and a $69 delivery fee was part of that. So it was probably high 300s for this, and then add the delivery fee. Jiminy Christmas. I'm going to be glad when we have animals here and they start producing all of what I need and all of our compost and scraps and stuff, because that's a lot of money. Wow, for such a little amount. Anyway, Roger's supposed to also be here, meet me for us to hang the doors down here on the house, and he's not here yet. He must be really running late. Alright guys, we finished. Roger came out here and helped me put in a front door. It actually doesn't look great. I don't like the way it turned out. I don't like how we had to cut this and everything. I guess when we framed this in, either Roger didn't know the exact dimensions or something, or I didn't communicate correctly to him or something. I don't know. But we did not frame it out correctly for the doors. So it didn't turn out well. So anyway, we're gonna make it look nice on the end. We'll make it look pretty, and you'll never know, but I know. So anyway, yeah, it didn't turn out that great to me. I mean, it looks, once it's going to be all trimmed out and look good, and you won't know what's behind all the edges and stuff, it's going to be fine and look great. But right now, I'm not all that happy about it. Oh well, it is what it is. We're learning. So I think I'm basically done for the day. I have a back door that's not a finished product like this. I have to frame it and everything. And in Roger's opinion, he told me to just go buy another door. That door cost $300 and we already stained it. So, but he said just go buy another door that's already framed out and made for that, so I don't waste my time trying to figure it out. And then on the other shoulder, my wife is telling me, oh, you can do it, just figure it out. So I'm going to go to Home Depot right now and see if I can figure it out. And I'm also going to look at the cost of some doors and see just, it's pretty complicated actually. You think it looks simple, but it's actually pretty complicated. So, at least for me, with all the hinges and the gaskets and the weatherproofing and the threshold and just how everything fits together, there's a bit to it. So I don't know. I'll see if I can figure it out. Anyway, I should be back out here tomorrow one way or the other doing something. So I will see you guys the next time I'm out here. Alright guys, it's December 4. About 9:45 in the morning. Back out here. Remember we put this door up. Needs to be all framed out on the outside. Roger's going to try to take care of that himself. So I went yesterday to Home Depot and gonna try to figure this out, framing out my own door for the back door. Roger told me not to do it, that it's too much work and hard to do. My wife says, you're a smart guy, you can figure it out, so do it. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. You do what your wife says, you live with her. Anyway, I love you, sweetie. If we do have a couple of doors that need to be framed out, and if I don't figure out how to do it on this one, I got to figure it out on another one, or we have to buy all new doors. So, probably a decent skill to have. Considering Bryn's going to be building another house, and I'll be building another house over here, so it might come along handy to know what I'm doing that it not be a deal breaker to not know how to, or not have a frame door that will know how to do it. So. Alright, I'm going to get after it, unload all this stuff. Okay guys, remember, I'll always remind you, so don't think I'm totally dumb. DIY, beginner, don't know what I'm doing. Everything I do is for the first time. So I'm trying to frame this door out, and I thought I would start with the threshold so that gets centered. Generally, I feel like a lot of things you start from the top and work your way down. But I feel like this is something that's necessary first. So I know exactly where I'm sitting. So I measured in 1/2 inch. I believe that drywall is going to be 1/2 inch. And then I marked a line down all the way here just in case this gets moved. And then I took this guy off. This was sitting on there, and it can go up and down, which was cool for me to figure that out. That way it can adjust up higher if I need to reach the door. But according to the directions, if I read them correctly for this threshold, directions are on the back. I was supposed to take this off, and then I can secure this to the floor, and then put this back on so you don't see it. Pretty genius, I think. That's pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, what it tells me is to drill 3 evenly spaced holes. So I don't know if you can see this, there's a hole here, here, and here for this, for 4 of these. So I thought, well, I'll put one here in the middle, one here in the middle, one here in the middle. I don't think I need to drill a hole though, because I think these screws will just go straight in. All right, that's that. By the way, you're going to hear me sniffling and wiping my nose a lot, probably for a while. Sorry if that's annoying you. It's cold outside. Something I'm getting, I think I might have mentioned this last year too on the channel. We're at about, I think 11 or 1,200 feet here elevation. Up where we live right now is about 2,100, which is about where we lived when we were in California. A lot more snow where we lived in California. Hardly any snow here so far since we've been living here. But much colder in the fall and winter. I think for like over a week, our mornings are all below freezing. And generally, I think this morning when I left was 25. So it's like considerably below freezing. Anyway, so I'm doing a lot of sniffling. I'm sorry about that. All right, so I've got this in now to figure out the next part. What I decided was the next step was just basically putting all this back. Got to kind of go down the line and do a few spins on each to make it go down evenly. You don't have one end way higher than the other. I might have should have taken a picture before I started to make sure this is what it looked like, but I think it is. Looks pretty good. And I do think once I get this all put in, I think I'm going to come back and take this back off again, because screwing that down a little bit put an ever so slightly crack in here. So I think I might put some wood glue in here or some caulking or something. And I'll definitely, after everything's said and done, probably do some caulking around here before I put my floor down. All right, today, guys, was the day. It's already 4:40. The day just went by. So I was told not to do this, and I did it. And it's turning out okay so far. It's been slow go, and I would have got this done today, except for Bryn came out, and he needed help. So I helped Bryn work on his building that's up the hill here, putting his trusses up, and then Roger came out to fix this door, which his solution was not that great, but it is what it is. I don't know what else to do. So he put this in a completely different kind of siding, smart siding, left a mess up here. This is not finished now. This is not finished. Hopefully paint will cover it and you won't see it or notice it. I don't know, but this is a main entrance. This is the center detail. I was told by Valentina and by Bryn 2 different times they didn't, and I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do, but could have just went and bought another piece of siding and did this side and just went over the top, just like what he did with this, but it would have blended in better. And we could have cut it exactly how we needed it. So I don't know. It could have just been squared off up there and went right down. It is what it is, guys. I can stay hung up on it for a while, and I probably will, but in the long run, as long as we stay dry and warm inside, the house is standing. So all right, I gotta put all my tools away and all this stuff that I've had out, and I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe I'll be on my own and I can actually try to finish that door and it'll work out in the back. I don't know if you can see this better now from up here. There's that corner and that corner. So now that needs to be painted. Maybe I'll get some paint out and try to paint that tomorrow if I have time. I was just talking to Valentina on the phone. I'm pretty overwhelmed. There's lots of things going on. Finally got a quote from the well pump guy that's been a long time that I've been trying to get a hold of him, and he finally returned my call that I put this ditch in or whatever, but for them to drop a pump down in there, put a pressure tank, and just do all the details that it takes is going to be just over $6,000 is the estimate. And that's a lot of money. I didn't know it was going to be that much money. I mean, it was $6,500 or so to dig the well. Thank goodness it wasn't deep, and we were really happy. It was deep enough, but not so deep that it cost us a ton of money. So I thought we were going to get away with a pretty decent price on the well. I thought we were going to be like $18,000-$20,000, and that was only $6,000. So I need to do a little research, maybe get another quote. But he might be the only guy in the area. I'm not sure. When you're in a small town America, there's only a couple guys doing what they do. I'm learning. There's not like a huge resource of people to pull from and get quotes from on certain things. And again, if it's $6,000, that means it would have been $12,500 for the well completely done, and that's not really that bad. If I would have had to pay $15,000 for everything, $12,500 would have felt good. So it's something I have to think about, mull over. Anyway, lots of stuff going on, guys, and just getting a little bit overwhelmed. We have appliances coming, I think, the second week or third week of January, and there's a whole lot of things that need to be done before those come and get installed. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Most likely I'll be out here tomorrow and getting done what we can.